What's up, guys? My name is Jason Riebe, or Riebe1 in the Liquid Concepts forum. A couple people asked if I could make a video to summarize my tank build, so this is it. This basically started out as a 500-gallon bulk dairy tank. I bought it from my buddy's dad for, I think it was 200 bucks. Took like 2.5 hours to chop it out of the ice in the middle of winter, but I'm happy. First off, I guess this is just a 2-inch piece of styrofoam I purchased from Home Depot. I think it was $18. It definitely does the job. Usually if I don't use the tank for even 1 day, 2 days, without having any heat or any circulation pump running, it usually only drops maybe 3 degrees, 4 degrees tops. These are my dams. I think most of all my stuff is 14 gauge stainless steel, which I can't even tell you what that cost because I got a major hookup on all of this. I think my dipping area of the tank is roughly almost 7 feet. By inside to inside is right around 36. I don't think it's quite 1 meter, but yet I've never had 1 meter of film to put in it yet. So the scavenge side, here's a 14 gauge stainless steel dam that we built. Obviously you can see the tank is radiused, so that's brought some problems on just in to find the radius and everything else. Here's our filter bed. That was yet another hookup. Here's just some loose filter material. Again, I bought from Home Depot. I think it was $4, and I got about a 30 by 40 inch piece or something like that. It's got perforated holes on the bottom. A buddy of mine at the stainless steel shop just wrote a CNC program. Hooks up right underneath the dam. You got a lip under there, bends right up nice and sturdy. The heating elements in the tank are 4,500 watt stainless steel water heater elements. I also purchased 2, I think they call them adapto flanges or whatever. I had to cut 2.5 inch holes in the tank. Then I welded the adaptive flange to that and then just screwed the elements in. Over here, here's all the hookups. You can see 2 thermostats. They're 2 bottom thermostats. I had wired in 2 top thermostats, and that seemed to be the problem. Now everything is regulated virtually perfectly, right around 90 to 91 degrees. Kicks on, kicks off, just like it's supposed to. The pump is out of an old hot tub that I had down in my lower barn. It works well. It was free, obviously, so that's why I'm using it. If I had to do that over again, to be honest with you, I'd go with a smaller pump. Only because to me, it seems if I dip on the other end of the tank where the sprayer bar is, it seems to cause a lot of turbulence, and sometimes it pushes the ink on top of the water to the bottom. But I mean, it was easily fixed. I just started dipping closer to the dam, and now it's fine. As far as plumbing, we just have a PVC that draws. I got a cap on this line and a cap on this line just to prime the pump. Those seem to work out fine. There's no air in the lines. It basically sucks up out of the scavenge side through here, through the pump, out the back, goes across the back. I have a check valve right there, so the pump always stays primed. Comes over here through this side, and my sprayer bar is about 1.5 inches underwater. I also have this valve, only because I figured if I wasn't dipping for any long periods of time and the water got really cold, I can help circulate all the water faster instead of just coming through the sprayer bar. However, when I'm dipping, I usually shut this off because I don't want all the crap on the bottom of the tank coming to the surface. What else? You guys saw the stainless steel, I don't know, I mean, I got these caps built up. I had to cut the top off the tank with, I started with a 7¼ inch abrasive saw that I just put in my circular saw. It didn't cut up through all the way, so I had to go rent a gas saw with a 14-inch blade on it to cut all the way through. And then got these caps put on, these end caps also double as a beer shelf. The heat wiring, we have a 2-pole shut-off box. It being water heater elements, there's a lot of wires and a lot of power coming in. I have basically 240 volts going to each element. I have 2 elements. So coming into this box, there's 4 pieces of 10-gauge wire and 2 30-amp breakers back at the box. And it's basically, you know, in the breaker panel is how the power is always there, obviously, but then I just hit this on and the elements kick in. Here we go, heating up. I also have the pump just wired to a switched outlet. Pump makes a little bit of noise, it goes away after about 30 seconds or a minute. That's about it, I guess. Let's see how everything works. Turn that down. As far as this build went, I'm extremely happy with how everything turned out. I'm extremely happy with the tank. I will tell you, I mean, I've been laid off for 8 months now, this month. I couldn't have, honest to God, I couldn't have done it without help from my friends that want to see me succeed. All the hookups, all the freebies. When I thought of this idea back in February, I was just going to go get a water trough for animals and start down that path. But like I said, with my friends and family in the trades, and then everything just started escalating to what we have here, which is extremely awesome. If I had to do it over again, would I? If I wasn't working, I would do it over again. Again, I'm extremely happy with the results, how this turned out. As far as I'm concerned, I've never used, obviously, a professional grade tank, so I'm definitely not knocking that whatsoever. But I would sure think that I'll be using this tank for a long time. So again, if I had to do it over again, would I? If I was laid off, if I had the time on my hands. Like I said, this idea started in February, and now here we are in June, and the tank's literally been running for 1 month, basically. So it took that long to get off the ground with all the time on my hands. So I think that's about it. Any other questions, shoot me a PM or whatever you guys want to do. Till then, go easy. Out.